Hey, welcome to Carpooling with Ben, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing the virtual edition because obviously the situations are what they are, and I would be remiss if I didn't start this episode off by giving a huge shout out to all of the people out there who are working so hard on the front lines. I mentioned it in the last episode, but still continued our deepest appreciation. You may have seen I made a bit of a fun video there with the fellow Rhode Islander, part-time Rhode Islander's music. That'd be one Miss Taylor Swift. Very nice. I've never met her. But nonetheless, if you're going to be stuck at home, or safe at home is the appropriate way, if you're going to be spending a lot more time at home, this is the time where you might be saying, hey, maybe I could get some yard work done. But how am I going to do that? Well, lucky for you, there is an incredible resource online. He is a local New England, Southern New England, Rhode Islander. That be the Grass Daddy Tim Linden, joining me on the Carpooling. Tim, thank you so much for being part of this. And you have the Grass Daddy channel on Facebook, on YouTube, Instagram?
Yep.
Twitter,
sort of, yeah.
Sort of. Have we done a Grass Daddy TikTok yet?
Yes. But nobody really knew until now, so.
Well, now it's going to blow up. Let's blow that up. But no, that's so you've been doing this for a number of years. What got you started in this?
Well, just friends and family would come over and they'd see the yard and be like, "Oh, well, this is great, but I could never do that." And I was just like, "This is pretty easy." Like, I didn't know anything about lawn care, and then I just started doing it and got good at it. So it was really to show a couple friends, and then I made the worst video possible. I was holding my cell phone, the audio and the video didn't line up. It was super shaky, but it started blowing up. And so then I started doing more videos, and I was like, well, this is interesting. And so I just thought, I still think it's hilarious. I'm like, people watch me mow my lawn, and they love it. So I'm hooked. Now I just got to keep doing it.
Well, you're selling yourself a little short. You do a lot more than just mow your lawn. You have millions of views. And Yep. How many videos have you done? Do you have a rough estimate?
I want to say 300.
Okay, I was gonna say, I know I wasn't sure if you had hit that 500 mark yet, but you've got a lot of them, and it's pretty much any topic you can imagine, any kind of question you can think of, especially if you're just newly getting into this lawn care thing. And I will tell you this: on the day of this recording, I killed my lawn today. I went through the process because I got a lot of these divots. I've got a lot of holes. It used to be an apple orchard many, many years ago, and they had this smart idea to just bury the stumps, which is just, the smartest idea ever, because now I've got craters. So I watched one of your videos last week, and because I was trying to figure out, do I want to get loom and everything, and it was literally your recap video. It's about 17 minutes long. I think you posted it 2 or 3 years ago, maybe last year, where you completely just went scorched earth on your entire lawn.
Yep.
This is not a hard thing. So talk to me how you come up with the process for your topics, and how have you been able to convince the rest of your family, like, no, I'm going to kill everything, it's going to be great, you watch?
So originally I was just anytime I did something to my lawn, and still to this day, I videotape it, because even if you've watched all my videos, like, every year there's new products out every year, and so I'm trying new stuff, and I'm playing with new stuff, learning more new things. So most of the time, it's just that. It's me showing you what I'm doing in my own lawn. For the actual killing of the lawn, the before shots, it was a pretty good lawn. It was better than most people, and so it was pretty funny when I did it, the reactions. But I said to my wife, I was like, I want to do a video. I want to do a renovation, be like awesome grass. This would be great. And she's like, well, if you can get somebody to give you free grass seed. And I was like, okay, let's see if I can do this.
Sure.
And this was before the channel was big. So I emailed this guy, Seed Superstore, and I said, hey, my wife said I could do this if somebody sent me free seed. And so he thought it was hilarious. So he's like, sure, what's your address? And so he sent me pretty quick, too, all the seed. And then when it came in, I'm like, honey, I guess I'm killing off my lawn now.
Well, here we go.
Yeah. And so once I had the seed, it was like, well, all in, gonna go for it. And yeah, there's some issues that I had. I learned, when killing it off, if you aren't very good at keeping straight lines, you'll have strips of dead and strips of really bright green. And but that stuff I show off because A, it shows you why you need to follow tips better and pay attention. But B, it shows you, hey, if you do screw up, guess what? You can just fix it, and here's how to fix it, and it's not a big deal. So I think that's why a lot of people enjoy the videos because I do mess up and I do show, it's fine. It's just your lawn. It's a process. You're gonna have fun with it. And then at the end of the day, it's pretty nice when people come over and you're like, yep, I did it.
Yeah.
So
You mentioned your wife. You have kids. So what did you do before you were grass daddy? You were regular daddy. You still are daddy,
yeah,
but prior to
I mean,
grass daddy, what do you do in general?
in general.
What do you do in life?
Oh, well, I'm a computer programmer for
Okay.
a career, and then I'm a dad outside of that.
Yeah.
So, right now, with this time where everything's canceled, it's been kind of weird because I have all this free time. I'm used to my daughter dances in Connecticut, so I'm used to driving an hour each way for that. I'm used to other kids doing gymnastics and art and softball, and it's just like, so usually I'm just scrambling and trying to stay awake
You're,
past eight.
you're taxi daddy at that point
Yes,
usually, but
exactly.
so you've done the computer programming thing,
You know,
and that was and that obviously gives you a little bit of skill because that's the thing that so many people now, especially as we're right in the middle of this, I think are okay. This is your chance to do something. For me, honestly, it's going to be the lawn because for me the baseball season's a little delayed. I am super excited. Cardi's has these beautiful Adirondack chairs that I'm going to be getting. You can go online, shop at Cardis.com. They're awesome. They're this they're just incredible. Go look at them. But I told my wife, I said, we've got to redo this yard. We've got to, level it out, get rid of the pits, get rid of the divots and whatnot. So it's taking that everyman approach. You did it from a perspective of, okay, I'm going to help and learn because literally you are covering every topic.
hmm
And to tie it back to what the question I just asked is you didn't go to URI, Master Gardening, all these stuff, and we have incredible resources locally, but you're just doing it. So now with people finding that extra free time on their hands to stay safe at home, how about improving it?
yeah.
Your videos kind of run the wide range. And what was the video you think was the hardest for you to make?
So the hardest two were the renovation and the how to fix an ugly lawn because those two videos I tried to do everything in it and like I'm I'm not a great editor. I like to just pull my camera out, set it on a tripod, do something real quick, and the videos are usually like 5 7 minutes long because I typically don't watch a long video. So those ones I'm like, all right, well I want to make these ones where you can sit down and get the whole chunk of information at once. And so that was the hardest for me because I had to really think about, all right, how to get the footage because I didn't shoot it all in one day. It's over years. I threw in clips to show the different things you do. Um, and then also in the videos, because they're in different stages, I try as much as possible to get good shots. But at the end of the day, if you're not planning it from the beginning when you're shooting it, you don't know how you're going to use the extra footage. And so there's like one shot where I'm at a picnic table and behind me the weeds are like going crazy. And it's just because my wife was like, "Hey, that strip of grass there, I want to turn into a garden bed." So I'd been leaving it behind me and not even realizing it that it's in there. And I'm telling people, oh, how to have a nice lawn, and it looks like a crazy mess. So for me, the hardest part is planning because I like to just wing it. I like to just go out there. But when you're doing a detailed, step by step, super thorough video, then you actually have to think about it. So those ones were tough for me.
Well, I think the biggest takeaway from all your videos has been the biggest word. It's kind of a buzzword in the marketing sense now. It's authentic,
hmm
and it's real. And you are for most people who don't either have a contractor who comes over or a lawn care. you're the everyman who's out there, or every person, because there are plenty of grass mommies out there as well who love doing the artwork. My wife loves cutting the grass. That is her. And so if I can give her maybe a good lawn to cut, maybe she'll appreciate me more. No, she does. But yeah, it's one of those things where there's been times where I will I'll have to just get it cut quick, and she comes and she's like, oh man, I want it, because it's it's exercise and whatnot. But it's just that authentic information. You see the trial and error, you see the efforts out there, and even it was funny because watching that whole video, you had this compilation, and it's kind of like you grouped a bunch of different topics together in that one, how to completely redo it. You talked about, look, take the 10 minutes and stick the screwdriver in the ground where you've seen a brown spot before. Is there a rock there? It's these little things, these little tips and tricks, and it's that encouraging, like, okay, if Tim did it, I can do it. Anybody can do it, and have some fun with it and make it look good. And then as far as your video, I mean, like I said, you've got over 43,000 subscribers, if not more, on YouTube. I mean, you have tons of people following you on all these other channels. So it's not for lack of video editing. It's the information that you're giving out there. So 40 some odd thousand people, 50 some odd thousand people can't be wrong when going to your stuff. Although I'm sure they tell you, because they tell me all the time when hey, you should have said this, you should have done that. Yep. But nonetheless, it's good stuff. What is what's been the funnest video for you to make? What video was the most fun?
The one with the peat moss. My boys jumping in the piles, and still to this day, we'll play that one together and watch it, which is another reason why I enjoy making them, because when they get involved, just the fun moments that when you're doing it, you don't notice because you're focused, like I'm focused on spreading peat moss. And so
right.
I'm seeing them play and doing funny things, but it's not clicking. And then when I watch it after, it's like, oh, look, he's doing this. And so seeing them get involved with it, those are the best moments for me. And I try to, I mean, obviously when you're spraying chemicals, you can't have them around.
Right.
But when you're doing the messier, where it's spreading compost or dirt or whatever, stuff like that, that's when you can have fun with them. So
well, I like it too, because you talk about the different options. You never just swear by one thing. Although the seed, I got to talk to you about that guy, because I need to order some of that Kentucky bluegrass, that mix that you got there. But you always do give options out there, and you kind of explain what the differences are and the pros and cons, which are really incredible. You're making this. You're almost like Barstool for the common man, grass care, lawn care for the common man, by the common man. That'd be you, the grass daddy. Your icon, which we could see just over your shoulder there. Did you have glasses? Do you go contacts now, or is that
For the most part, when I'm doing videos, I wear sunglasses.
Okay.
And it's because when I'm using my camcorder, I have a tendency to look at the screen, and then people are like, you keep looking away. So I try to wear it, and then on top of that, all the faces that didn't have glasses, they looked weird to me. So I was like, I'll just have the glasses.
All right, I was gonna say that's pretty cool. I like it. That's great stuff there.
The better logo is this one.
Ah, very nice.
Contest websites and some genius. I'm not artistic at all, but I saw that one. I was like, you win.
That's awesome. What do you got coming up? What videos can we look forward to? I mean, I know we just did you just released I think it was end of February was the first video of 2020 announced, and so you've got more coming up. What's on tap?
I've got a new lawnmower that I was sent.
Oh,
Toro.
Oh, okay, very good.
You know, when a big company says, "Hey, we want to send you something," I go, "Here's my address." I don't even see out some like address first and then details later. That's the big one this year, and I'm going to try to really take my backyard up to the next level, because the backyard with the kids has always been, well, I'll get to it. But this year I'm going to try to show off techniques of how to take it. I feel like it's good right now. The front is great, and I want to get the back to be great. So that's going to be the focus for this year. But every year it's just kind of a blur. I'm starting to get emails from different companies with new products coming out, and I love trying out the new products because there have been some really great inventions that make it so much easier for the homeowner. Like I just did a video where it's the basically pre-emergent for your garden beds, and the package. You unzip the top, you flip it upside down. There's a handle, and you shake it, and it's got little holes for the stuff to fall down. And when you're done, you zip it back up, and you're good to go. And I was just like, there's no containers after that. You're like, well, now I got this open bag that's spilling everywhere. You don't have to touch the stuff. I'm like, stuff like that makes it easier for you and I, because the pros, they can buy the big machines and fling around, But for us, we're looking for all those things that like, it's not cheap, but it's not wicked expensive, and that's what I'm hoping to get more into this year as well. So we'll see what happens.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Well, I love it. I think the authenticness of the whole thing is great. You've done a great job with the channel. What do you say, lastly, before I let you go? What do you say to people out there who've contemplating starting a YouTube or some kind of a video channel or some kind of a content stream? What do you say to them?
Yeah, like if you enjoy something and you enjoy sharing it with people, go for it. Don't worry about, if it'll be something. As long as you're enjoying it and you're having fun, that's all that really matters. And then that attracts people who see the fun you're having and are like, hey, I want to do that too. And that's where you'll just see things explode. And yeah, definitely go for it. It's fun, even if you are just later seeing what you accomplished. It's a really fun way to play and have fun and relax, especially with how much free time people have right now.
Right.
So
yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, if you're gonna be safe at home, you might as well take it up to the next level as much as you can. Folks, go follow him online. He is a blast to watch, and you get to see his family. His kids are out there, and his wife, and wish you guys all the best as we get through this. And I can't wait to show some before and after content of my experiment. Hopefully, I don't have to wait until after all the stay at home and everything passes to have you come over and fix everything for me. But it's great. So, Tim, wish you all the best. Thank you so much, and thanks for tuning in, folks. We will catch you on the next episode. Tim, now let's talk about seed.